It's time to plant some roses. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys what kind of soil to use and how to fertilize them. So let's garden on. So February is a great time to plant roses in your garden. If you live in Houston, zone 9B or a similar zone, you want to plant roses in your garden while the climate is still mild before it gets too hot, so they have time to establish. But today I'm going to be planting some yellow roses in my garden because they represent friendship. So I have the first hole dug for the first rose. I'm going to fertilize the hole with some blood meal. This is going to help with nitrogen, and we're also going to put some bone meal in there, which is going to help with the actual development of the rose and the root development. You don't have to use any kind of synthetic fertilizer like Miracle Grow. Try to avoid it if you can. So basically what I'm doing is just sprinkling a handful of fertilizer, of each type of fertilizer in the hole. And then every 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to be adding worm castings, which is a good slow release fertilizer. So you might be wondering what the significance of a yellow rose is. So I'm planting these yellow roses as a symbol, like I said, of friendship, but I want them to be ready to be picked by around April 21st, which is Gardening for Mental Health Day. And the whole purpose of Gardening for Mental Health Day, it shows that gardening is good for your mental health. But I started Gardening for Mental Health Day in honor of my 2 brothers who both passed away from suicide. So basically the idea of Gardening for Mental Health Day is that you don't have to turn to self-destructive ways to cope with things in your life. Gardening is a great way to improve the quality of your mental health. So as far as what kind of soil to use when you're planting your roses, you don't need anything fancy like a pre-mix rose soil mix from like Miracle Grow. You're good with just compost and cow manure, as well as with the fertilizers I showed earlier. Trust me, these roses will grow. So what I have here is some cow manure. Let's get some cow manure in the hole. And next we have some organic compost. So as far as spacing, I'm just about like this much space because I don't want to have them too far spaced out, and I also don't want to have them too close. But that being said, guys, I encourage you guys either to, join me on Gardening for Mental Health Day, which, again, April 21st. So plant something now so you can have something to pick or harvest in April, or either that, plant something in April and join me on this journey and use the hashtag Gardening for Mental Health Day. But basically I bought 4 roses today. They're all yellow, but you can plant any color you want. Again, we're adding some blood meal, some bone meal, and some worm castings. Mix that together in the hole. Look at those roots right there. Add some of that cow manure and the compost. All right, so there we have it. We got 4 yellow roses in the ground. I also want to mention that right after a rainy day, so earlier in the afternoon and early in the morning, we had a lot of rain. The ground is really wet, moist, and easy to work with, so that's actually a great time. Rainwater is always going to be the best, and this ground is nice and moist and ready to be planted in. So if you guys found any information in this video helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more gardening videos. But until the next time, I'll catch you on the flip side of the garden.